This is your boy, Basement Boxing Talk, coming to you live. We're going to play the intro. We're going to get started.
He say, basement, boxing talk. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a boof up like I'm Rocky. ASAP. Any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped. With a chop, tryna learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
This your boy, Basement Boxing Talk, coming to you live. And we in the studio. Got my good brother, Black Star Sports TV in the building. What's good, Black Star?
Hey, what's going on, my brother, man? Everything good, man. Shoot, how's everything over in Cincinnati?
Everything good, brother. Everything's good.
Yeah. About to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, hopefully they can pull it out, bro. Hopefully we can pull it out.
Yeah, I think they got the mojo, bro. I think they got that mojo.
Hopefully we can pull it out. Yeah, man. So, see if some guys jump in. Let people jump in the show.
Yeah, you know they're gonna get in where they fit in when they get the time. You know how that go. For sure, man. Well, hey, man, you know, shoot, we got something to chop it up about. We ain't gonna think about it. You know, we're gonna get it in them regardless.
Exactly.
Hey, that's what we do, man. That's all we do is, you know, we've been doing it for so long, man. But it's all good, bro. Yeah, but I am excited about the Super Bowl, man. I missed that NFL honors the other night, though, man. I missed that. I wanted to see what happened with Mickey Parsons, man. I'm a little salty on that situation, man, because he should have got the defensive player of the year straight up. Because there ain't been one player in the whole season that had the impact that he had, man. You know, T.J. Watt on name recognition, you know, that's J.J. Watt's brother, but real for real, Michael Parsons had a monster season, man. It is up there with Lawrence Taylor's rookie year, man, because he played so many different positions. They played him at cornerback, man, you know. I mean, make me another line like that big. Yeah.
You got a good brother, AK the Apostle, in the building. What's good brother?
There you go.
You see, we had Ricky in here for a hot second. He jumped out. He might be back.
Yeah, Ricky be back here, man.
Salute to my good brother, PGH Big Dog. Salute, good brother.
Yes, peace. Salute.
Thank you for coming through, bro. You already know.
As a member of Steeler Nation in the building, man. Yeah, man. I was just talking a little bit about that defensive player of the year, man. I like T.J. Watt. Don't get me wrong, he can ball, but I just thought this year, man, they should have recognized what Michael Parsons did as a rookie this year, man, because he was all over the field every play, man. And if you look at the Cowboy defense, you know, you see a big difference, man. That's the reason why Jalen Smith was let go, because he was doing what Jalen couldn't do no more, man. And he's all over the field, man. And you know, but I mean, you know, you can't get mad with T.J. Watt. He had a good season, but man, to the way that he did, man. He said, like, talking some crazy. TJ
Yeah, man.
Man, he was dominating the L's, man.
That man got 22 and a half sacks, man.
Come on, man. He's more than sacks now. He's more than sacks. How many wins he get this year?
You can't blame it on him.
But hey, if the offense don't score, they can't win.
Say that again.
If the offense don't score, then they can't win, right?
Salute to my good brother.
I mean, you got the game in your hands, bro.
Salute to the good brother Troy Graham in the building, man. Troy's what the Bengals bring home AFC tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, I hope so, man. They got the mojo, it seems like right now. I hope it do come through.
He didn't break the sack record. He tied it. He didn't break it.
Yeah, he ain't tied. He tied it. He ain't break it.
He didn't break it.
He tied Strahan. He almost did it. What's good with your good brothers, though?
Man, hey, feeling pretty good today, man. We got the Super Bowl tomorrow. On here with the brothers chopping it up, man. Hey, we looking up, man. We looking up. You got AKA in the building, man. DMV homeboy, what it do? Got Brandon over in the cut. And the Troy Graham experience ain't came through here, man. I don't know, man. He's circling around, man. I don't know. Was he scared to hop on here or what? Yeah, you see me trying to stalk him.
Oh, yeah. Our offense did score. He led us to 9 wins. You right. You damn sure right. Your offense ain't scored shit.
He scored. Man, for sure.
Did you hear Snoop Dogg? Yeah, we heard Snoop about Death Row. That's Snoop Dogg, bro. Got the Death Row label now. And
guess what he got for his trouble? Sexual harassment allegations or rape or some charge or something like that. Some woman came forward all of a sudden. As soon as you come out and you say, I bought this, I got this, yay. Oh, guess what? Like they immediately went after it. It's crazy, man.
He finished up with super solid.
Okay.
Brandon jumped out. He must have fell out again. Hopefully he'll be back. Him and Ricky be back. Yo, we got some boxing to talk, man. Y'all guys ready to talk some boxing?
Let's get it.
Okay. We got a few things to talk about, but man, one of the first things I wanted to talk about today, we want to get out there. Hey, I want to give a loud. Oh, my bad. Hit the wrong one. I want to give a shout out, a standing ovation, Shakur Stevenson and Valdez for getting the paper contract signed. Getting the contract signed.
Yeah. It took him long enough. That's good, man. I'm glad to see a young brother get his chances, man, because it's too many times they're being denied the opportunity to shine the way they need to be shining and get the accolades that they deserve, man. And that's the biggest problem I got with boxing is how these brothers be going for these opportunities, man, and then the opposition they allowed to move around and weasel out of things, and talk trash, and yet don't have to put nothing on the line, man, and really prove it. I'm better than him. I'm just okay with signing the contract. Wait a minute. I ate broccoli on Thursday, so I can't sign it on Friday. That type of logic. It's crazy, man. So this to finally get signed, I'm glad because Shakur's been worthy of it. This is his opportunity to go on here and mop the floor with old boy, which I think he will do. I think he will do that, and get that spotlight put on him the way it should be, man. Top Rank need to be focusing on Shakur Stevenson moving forward.
PJ's Big Dog said Val PDDs signed the contract, kicking and screaming. Shakur's going to style on
him. Yeah, I believe so. What you think, AK? I seen you over there.
Yeah, you over there making faces and all type of stuff.
Yeah, man. You gotta come out with it. You muted, bro.
you asked Black Star what you think about the fight, right? And today we just wanted him to say, what he think about the fight, right? But in true Black Star fashion, hold on, Apostle, your boy Charlo out here chiming. Ike Turner Spirit. What's up with your boy? Speak on it. He hit a woman. Is that what they saying? I didn't hear it was domestic. I thought he hit a dude.
Right. I thought he may punch one of his brothers or cousins.
Yeah. It sounded like he had to get together at the house, punch somebody, and they like
somebody ain't want to go. Somebody ain't want to go.
Yeah, he really put somebody out of the house. Unless it's a female Troy, that thing ain't going nowhere. If he hit a woman, that's a whole nother ball game. But I don't think so. So he hit a woman?
So it was a woman, Troy? They actually said it was a female? And I ain't hear. I just heard it was a family member. And I thought if it was a female, TMZ would have been on top of that shit. It was already on top of his shit. Quick to put him, Charlo is quickly in trouble. Man, come on, man.
He ain't in trouble. He didn't
punch one of his cousins, man. For goddamn it. Spilling motherfucking.
But see, here's where the problem come in. That's a family member, right? You gotta remember, y'all. He's the bag.
Right.
He's the bag. So most of no matter what took place, the rest of the family gonna recognize. I heard she had cracked eggs and potato salad and Charlo snack.
Oh, man. Go ahead, man. Okay, go ahead.
But you know what though? You right though, Black Star. Every time these boys, every time somebody look like they about to do something, here comes something, right? He's supposed to be getting the Canelo fight. Now here come, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just come about the blue, man. And then they use that for an excuse to get out of it.
Benavidez say he want Boo Boo Andre.
Good. I like it. That. That's a good opportunity, man. And that's what these guys gonna have to do, man. I think.
Wait, whoa. He said,
man, come on, Troy, man. Hey, are you trolling?
I think he's trolling, man.
Hey, man, that's a quick ram experience right there, bro.
I'm gonna look this joint up real quick, man. Troy doing too much.
Yeah, my man PGH Big Dog say, Troy, man, why you love slandering black fighters, man?
Don't start that. Don't start that.
That's what PGH said. That's always PGH. That's my nigga. I rock with him. He rock with me. I'm just telling you what he said. He said, Benavidez fights Andre at 168. Andre will beat him and possibly stop him.
Man, that'd be nice. But everybody need to do that with Canelo, man. Like Canelo doing this whole thing where he's taking his time and I gotta figure and making everybody wait. Everybody should just cut his ass off. Let him keep fighting all the white boys over there in Europe. At the end of the day, his legacy gonna be junk, man. Because you won't remember him for beating. He beat Liam Callum Jr., Liam Callum III. That's all he keep fighting. So let him fight all them. Let him go ahead and make his money and go on over there. But he'll never be able to lay claim as being the best. He'll never be able to do it. And that's my biggest gripe with him.
Black Star, you're not going to get away with
money,
that.
Man,
Black Star, you're not going to get away with that. Stop saying that stuff. That's never going to stand. It's not going to stand. Yes. They already saying his legacy supplanted now. They say he can do whatever he wants.
Supplanted in what? He beat Triple G? I mean, what else you gonna give him? And can you give him that? We don't even know what Triple G is. What is a Triple G? He wouldn't fight Derevyanchenko. Well, he did fight Derevyanchenko, but he didn't beat him. So it's like public opinion states so. So how much credibility can you get a guy for that? I don't understand it. And they just running off with this like his legacy, this and that, the third. But like if you just said, if David Benavidez fights Andre fights Jamal fights this and that, and they go back and back and back, and he ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna put him up there?
PGH Big Dog said Benavidez gonna KO Andre. Boo Boo gonna end up on his boo boo. Hey, listen. Do y'all think Boo Boo can take Benavidez' power?
Yeah. Man, listen, man. He gonna piece Benavidez up. I don't know what PhD dog talk about. He gonna piece Benavidez up, bro. He gonna chop that man up, Sean. He's gonna chop that bear up, bro. Hey, listen. Y'all gonna see. He said, "Drop the link." He read. Oh God. Listen,
here he come.
He gonna chop that man up, bro. Boo Boo gonna chop him up.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of
Brother Brandon back in the building. What's good, Brandon?
You tripping, man?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
bro.
Okay, I keep freezing up like for like 6 minutes. All I heard was music, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? It keeps freezing up on me, but I guess I'm back now.
Yeah, you back.
So what are you guys talking about?
We talk about multiple subjects at once.
Yeah,
Boo Boo and Benavidez. My fault.
And Valdez.
And what do you think about Andrade and Benavidez, Brandon?
If it happens, I would. I mean, I think Andrade would win that one. I mean, I don't think it would be that. I don't think it'd be that back and forth at all. I think Andrade would just outbox him.
He might lay around and get Benavidez up out of there. He might get Benavidez up out of there.
Y'all think at some point that Benavidez will get him up in the corner?
Are you being biased with that one, AK? I know that's your man's.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Brother Mr. Scott in the building. What's good?
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. He'll outbox Benavidez. He'll outpoint him. But Benavidez is one of them guys that like to go out, is gonna try to bring it. And I think if he pressed too much, Boo Boo will sit that bear down.
Yeah, I agree with AK. I mean, Benavidez is like a version of Wilder. He got power. He can knock you out, but I just don't see him saying, "Look, let's sit here and let me box this southpaw for 12 rounds."
I can't agree with y'all on that now. I mean, Boo Boo might edge him, but I don't think he's gonna wash him like that because Benavidez do have skills. He's not no Wilder. My thing is, when he gets Boo Boo up against the ropes and he unleash them combinations, is he gonna be able to weather that? I mean,
who says he's gonna get him on the ropes? Who says he's gonna get him on the ropes?
Who to say he not? That's what he likes to do. He's gonna try to do it. At some point, he is. At some point, he gonna be in that position. And what's gonna happen then? What do we know about Boo Boo to say Boo Boo will be able to weather that storm? We don't really know either. But that's the whole reason we need to fight, though, is what I'm trying to say.
He's gonna sit that bear down. He's gonna sit there. If he pressed that man, he's gonna sit that bear down.
If it happened, I'd be happy. I won't be upset. Either way, I like, because really, I mean, I dog Boo Boo a lot because of a lot of things in the past, but I kind of let up off him a little bit because the way he's been pursuing these fights lately. That kind of
lately.
It kind of warmed me up to him.
Lately?
Yeah, because he broke out of one. He broke out of one big one I wanted to see a long time ago. And I ain't letting up off the gas on that shit. He did that. And he got to own that. He got to take that with him everywhere he go. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. He supposed to got in there with the Charlo. He supposed to been in there. He the one pulled out of a sound deal fight. He pulled out by himself.
Facts.
So that's why I look at him a little ways. But to see him go out there now and chase Canelo and chasing guys, I like that. That's okay. That's gonna make me warm up to you. All right, I want to see what you do.
Let's be clear about it.
Good. I don't got nothing against him, but I want to see the guys go out there and make these fights and make these matches, man. David Benavidez and Andre, I definitely want to see that. Hell, that's good. But I want to see it because I don't know for sure how both guys are going to respond. That piques my interest because I don't know yet. I don't know. Like I said, when Benavidez presses him and he unleashed them combinations, how he going to respond? Because I ain't never seen him fight nobody.
He ain't landing no combinations.
He's not. What the way to look at is this. Okay, Benavidez is bigger and stronger. We're never going to say that Andrade is going to knock him out and that Benavidez doesn't have knockout power. But I can say that I've seen Boo Boo box, and Boo Boo's a better boxer. He's a better boxer. And the easiest way to not get on the ropes is to do what Floyd Mayweather and Sergio Martinez and other guys did, and that's just turn on a turn at an angle and put it right back in the center of the ring again. And I haven't seen Benavidez cut off a ring yet. I gotta see him cut off a ring before I can say, well, look, he's gonna get in there and unleash the combinations. Because we have to remember, Manny Pacquiao wasn't great at cutting out the ring either. He would sit there and chase you and chase you and chase you. So I got to see Benavidez do that before I think he can do it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think what you're saying to a degree, because a lot of times, he'll go straight forward, and he'll get into a routine of following a guy, and like you say, not cutting off. But there has been some fights where I've seen him make some motions to do that. And set a guy up and get a guy in there. But when he gets you in there, he goes right to it because that's what he's waiting on. He's been trying to do it all fight. Then once he gets you there, he unleashes. He don't hold his hand. And that's a good thing for him. And I have seen Boo Boo get in corners like that with other fighters who are lesser fighters to me than David Benavidez. So I have no reason to believe that David couldn't get him in that corner. And if you do, it's going to get interesting. Now, as far as him edging out David Benavidez as a boxer, I might give him the edge, but he still got to go out there and do that.
He chopping that man out, man.
All right, how you doing, gentlemen? How's everybody doing? Good?
Good, brother.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
How do I sound, my signal has been crazy last couple of days. All right, good.
Sound like a bumblebee.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I sound like a bumblebee? No, but I tell you the truth. If they fight at 168, Andrade's gonna beat him. Here's why. David Benavidez shouldn't be at 168 because that's actually what's called, what's the term? A tweener weight. Those are for the guys who are too big to make 160 and too small to make 175. David Benavidez don't have any of them problems. Notice he hasn't made weight in his last couple of fights, right? He's in his 20s.
Hold on.
He's in his 20s.
Hold on, Troy. Hold on.
I didn't finish yet, though. Let me finish. I'm saying he's.
No, you didn't. It was a false fact. That fact was false. Benavidez has made weight his last fights.
How'd he look in his last two fights? How'd he look?
Terrible.
Because he's killing himself to make weight. He really should move up to 175 where he can flourish. This guy Andrade, I'm not calling him Boo Boo, is moving up in weight. He's gonna have all the energy. His spirit's renewed. If he gets that fight with David Benavidez, he's gonna be on fire. He's gonna put out energy. And I'm telling you, he's going to TKO David Benavidez. I'll even ask David Benavidez that once we get him on the show, because we get him on the show pretty soon.
Hey, man.
PJ Big Dog say Boo Boo ain't never felt that power Benavidez got.
I got to agree with PJ's Big Dog on that.
Stop that. Stop the cabin.
But who has he fought that punch that hard, though?
Wait a minute.
I guess the last guy he fought, felt his power too. Because he didn't stop him, and he was short and smaller, way smaller.
Well, let me ask this question.
That brother was ready, man. That brother really had an impressive out, man.
He got a 2-week notice or 3-week notice. He wasn't too,
Yeah. That was impressive what he did, no doubt about it. But like I say, that still don't prove that Boo Boo can hang in there with that. We don't know because we ain't seen him fight nobody that he punches like that. That's the question.
I'm just going on how he looks in the ring and how his body looks, not how he's fighting. I'm looking at his face, his physical features. He's really drawn. You ever see him? Take a good look at him. He looks weak in there.
Let me ask you something.
I do believe he needs to go up though.
Other than Anthony Durrell and J. Leon Love. See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Anthony Durrell and J. Leon Love is his two signature wins, and he didn't rock Anthony Durrell. The cut put him in trouble. It was a cut that he got early in the fight. What?
I'm talking about on the undercard of Sean Porter and Earl Spence fight.
Right.
I was there, bro. Man,
I
was there, bro. Yeah.
Durrell was holding his own.
Man.
I'm making it up.
All right.
I'm making it up.
All right.
You got the mic, Barry White. Talk to me.
I'm just saying, bro. If you thought Durrell did all right for that fight, okay.
He wasn't getting blown out the water. He didn't take him off his feet. He didn't knock him out. The cut stopped the fight.
Man, listen, he would have knocked him out.
Yeah, I think it was turning on Darrell.
We're not gonna do the what. We're not doing the what ifs.
Okay,
the man was still on his feet.
I'm just saying this. Darrell was taking some punches to the head. It couldn't keep taking, bro.
Yeah.
I was there.
Facts.
He was leaking. Yes, he was leaking. But Darrell couldn't keep taking them headshots, bro.
I mean, once the cut got open, he started, running numbers and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is, he didn't just get hit with one punch and was like, oh, it's over. Just like the little teeny dude he just fought. He hit that man with bomb after bomb. That little boy was still going.
PJ's Big Down say 168 is getting stacked right now. Benavidez, Plant, Charlo, Boo Boo, and Canelo leaving the division. Garbage.
First of all,
that's what he always do. That's what he always do.
See, the thing is,
Boo Boo look very beatable in fights and with lesser opponents. He moves up and fights the beast.
You gotta understand, though.
He's not a beast anymore. 168.
He said destroys J Love and punish Darrell.
I didn't say nothing about J Leon Love. We know he killed J Leon Love.
Well, okay. Here's my thing, though. You're saying that he stopped, and it kind of goes back to the counter argument. He stopped opponents who were challengers, but he hasn't stopped champions. But we're saying he's going to stop a champion because he stopped J Leon Love. It kind of doesn't make sense. If he had stopped somebody that was a top 3 or top 4 or a champion at 168, I can say it makes sense. But if you're going to say stop J Leon Love in 2019, okay. Since then, he hasn't really stopped anybody that you would say is impressive.
Yeah, but
you talking about Benavidez there?
Well, yeah, I mean, who's the last person Benavidez stopped that you say, okay, that's a signature win? That guy is a top 2 super middleweight, top 2 contender, top 3 contender. I mean, he hasn't.
That fight hadn't happened yet. That's the problem, though, Brandon. You're right, but that was supposed to have been the Caleb Plant fight that didn't happen.
Yeah,
that would have probably answered that question for you.
No, and so then we gotta say until the question is answered, you can't assume that it's there because and I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm just saying if we look at J Leon Love and then we say he had Anthony Darrell, those fights were those fights were not like last year. Those fights were 2020, so those fights were close to 2.5 years ago. So now it's like, well, look, you got to do something that people can say, well, look, okay, you stopped Charlo, you stopped. I'm trying to think who was at 168 that's worth stopping, but stop somebody that it makes a statement, and I have no problem saying that Andrade would be in trouble.
Yeah, but up until now, like you said,
all right, so listen.
Hold
on. His last opponent was a junior middleweight, 154 pounder. He wasn't even a middleweight or a super middleweight. He fought a junior middleweight. And that dude was eating them punches. And you telling me he's gonna knock out Boo Boo?
Yeah, but you gotta also give credit to that guy. That had a testament to that guy's heart and his drive and his determination. Because he willed himself through that fight. He did that, man. That was impressive, man. And I take my hat off to him. But the thing for Benavidez,
get him a commercial for his will.
Yeah, but the thing is for Benavidez, like we haven't seen these fights because now these fighters are starting to come there. Who was there for him to fight there but Caleb Plant? And they could never get that together. If he beat anybody else in that division, nobody would have thought, oh, well, this is a signature win like my brother Brandon was saying. I understand that. But, him against that, Andre will definitely provide a better test, even though he's a smaller guy coming up. And definitely Benavidez should be at 175, in my opinion, too. I do agree with you there, too, Brandon. I do believe he needs to be up there. But if you're going to sit there and y'all going to put it together and y'all going to get in the ring, I definitely want to see it, and that will provide tests and answers. So I don't know. I don't know for sure how it's going to go either way, but I can see it going either way. But until they get in there and do it, we'll never know for sure.
Now, I got a question for you. Plant and David Benavidez seems like the simplest, sensiblest fight to have at 168. Why hasn't it been made yet? Why is there always this talk about Canelo when you got 2 men there that would make a good fight at 170? No, I don't. That's what I'm asking, brother. That's how a conversation get built.
Me personally, I think Plant didn't want that fight.
I disagree.
I don't think Plant wanted that fight. And,
Well, that'll be his second biggest fight and second biggest paycheck.
Listen. Plant said this. Now, I remember. Plant said, and why would he go for Benavidez when Benavidez ain't had no belt?
He don't have no belt now though, so that don't wash no more. He doesn't have a belt now either.
Yeah, that's when the fight was supposed to take place. He lost the belt.
Right.
That was supposed to be the next fight.
Right. But we talking about the here and now though, y'all. We talking about the here and now, right here and right now. Neither one of them have belts, so why aren't they fighting? Because that would be a good headliner for a card. That would be a good headline.
That fight will probably happen. That fight will probably happen now because it's becoming more of a either you're going to have to do it or stop talking about it moment for a lot of boxing.
No, but Brandon, that's the issue. No one's talking about it. I haven't heard anybody mention that at all.
This is Scott. I got Cincinnati, bro. I got to roll. I hate them motherfuckers, but I got to roll with them.
Well, what I mean, Trey, is like this. At 168, PBC doesn't have anybody with a belt. All they have a heavyweight. They have a lot of guys who are challengers now. So now these guys who are trying to protect their O's and trying to wait out to see what Canelo is going to do, they don't have a choice now. Because I know Benavidez is going to fight David Lemieux. Okay, cool, get it over with. But after that, either him, Plant, Charlo, they're going to have to say, look, we got to take a fight that's going to matter because fighting challengers for challenger's sake isn't going to cut it right now. Because you're not defending the belt. You're just fighting a guy simply to avoid fighting another guy. So you got to make a decision now.
Yeah, it just seems like the same old song all the time, man, which is why I'm glad that, what's the young brother name who just signed the fight? Shakur versus is it Valdez, y'all?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. That's a good fight. That's a good fight for boxing.
What's your thoughts on that fight?
I think it's going to be the boxer against the pressure brawler, and I think the boxer should outlast him and win the fight. He's going to outlast him and win the fight.
I think Shakur gonna stop him.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, I'm thinking the way he did Jamal Harris. The way he did Jamal Harris, bro.
Different style. This guy doesn't have that same timing. He fights he's a much busier fighter. He's a pressure guy, and he keeps coming. So you could actually control him with a jab and set the pace with your jab and move and hit him and work his body. But you have to switch up the pace, and you have to make him fight at a much faster pace that he would want to fight, which is why you have to control him with your jab. We talking about two different fighters here. Herring was a boxer that needed time and space. This guy don't need that much time and space. He's just gonna be on your chest the whole night. He's gonna keep coming.
He's gonna be on his best behavior when he's in the ring with Shakur. Or he gonna be doing half of that. That man gonna be on his best behavior. You know what I mean? He gonna come in there third, but he gonna leave a junior digging.
Yeah, kind of like Charlo was on his best behavior, at the dining room table.
That's cool. That's cool, brother.
Hey,
you gonna see? You might still see Charlo couple months from now in the ring with Canelo.
Right.
I might see him making some, license plates, but I don't know about in the ring with Canelo.
That boy ain't going to jail.
Nah, man, they gonna throw that out, man. He gonna buy somebody a Rolex watch, and that shit gonna go away.
Who was the one who ran out? Who was the one that ran out on the diner bill? Was that him or his brother?
Nobody ran out on the bill, man.
Troy, we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna spread rumors, false rumors.
No, didn't they get in trouble the other day for like a diner bill they didn't pay or something?
No, man.
Troy, that's not how it happened. That's not
how it happened. Okay, how did it happen then?
They said he was out to dinner and he gave the lady, he was paying for their food. He gave the lady his debit card. The lady came back, said she lost it. But when the lady came back and said she lost the debit card, he went off like, man, hold on, how the fuck did you lose my card? Man, that's not a credit card. That was my debit card. and then from there they called the police on some verbal shit. He was just arguing, telling the lady like, "How the fuck did you sit up there and lose my debit? That was a debit card. I wasn't a credit card. You know, a motherfucker take your debit card, they can swipe your shit. It's hard to dispute them charges versus a credit card. Credit card, somebody can charge something, anything up with your shit. You say, hey, I dispute them charges. I'm not paying that shit. Debit card, that shit comes straight out your account instantly, right then and there.
I understand.
Yeah, but he said skills paid the bills. Remember, he said it wasn't racial. It was skills paid the bills. But when he was out there, motherfucker, they remind him, nigga, you just a jigaboo out here. You see what I'm saying? They showed him what time it was.
That move right there. Not to say nothing bad about him, Charlo, but I didn't understand that one at all. Like, man, you got as much money as you got, bro. Fuck a debit card.
Well, I heard the story a little differently. I heard his debit card bounced from here to Tennessee, boy.
Hey, Troy, man. We ain't gonna do that. Hey, so listen here, bro. Y'all think we gonna do? So what y'all think about Boots, man? My man Boots, man, he stepped up, man. Sean Porter said some shit on this podcast, and Boots took it to Twitter and told him, man, D, you was the same guy that was just sitting up here rooting for me, telling me how good I am. Now you sitting up here, I'm going on your podcast, telling me I ain't all this, I ain't all that. If I ain't this and I ain't all that, won't you come out of retirement and fight me then?
Bro, he said even before that, I ain't fighting him. He said, I ain't fighting him. He came straight up and said, I ain't fighting him. And all of a sudden now, you want to act like you got heart and all this. And man, you ain't trying to fight no damn Boots. You ain't even want to fight Bud Crawford.
No, but listen, you know, Sean Porter really don't have nothing to prove to him. But if you would have challenged me like that, then I would have took the fight. But Boots is the one that needs Porter. Porter don't need him at all. Right. So Porter can stay where he is.
But the whole thing, Troy, was he was just giving this man all these props. Then you get on your podcast, and all of a sudden you saying that he's overrated.
After you done already said you won't fight.
Now Sean Porter was saying that he was overrated.
You don't see what's happening here? Sean is retired. You know, he don't have to toe the line no more. He can speak freely. Okay, he's retired.
Okay, listen, bro. Why are you sitting up here giving the man praises? Then you turn around the next week, you sitting up here talking about overrated. Now the man said, okay, did this. If I'm so overrated, come out of retirement and fight me then.
You want to know why? I bet you he's gonna be on Sean's show soon, and them numbers are gonna fly off the roof. That's why. Sean ain't no dummy.
I bet you Boots don't be on this show. I bet
if he's smart, if he's smart, he'll go on that show.
Man, look, I got one question for the whole situation. Somebody tell me how you gonna retire after that performance with Bud Crawford. How you cool with the way that fight ended, and you gonna be I'm just gonna slide over here and everything is cool.
Same way you retire after getting put on your face.
Man, look, you fought the fight. The fight ended in a fugazi type of way. You should not be cool with the way that fight ended.
I don't think he is cool. I just think he had enough. Okay, listen, man. Listen. Boxing calls to you. You don't call to it. And when she's done with you, you're gonna know she's done with you because you just don't feel. How does the song go? I lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone.
A competitor never dies inside.
Yes, a certain level of your competitiveness dies. I'm sorry, it does.
No, it don't.
You don't know about you don't know about the sport of boxing. That's why so many people retire young.
You don't know nothing about competing, then, because that don't make no damn sense to me. Because I
am a competitor, man. But after a while, it's just like using a knife, man. You know, the knife gets dull. The knife gets dull. You know.
It don't die. That's why you got.
It doesn't die all the way, but it's time for you to move on. I mean, because, you know, what does he gain? Okay, listen. What does Sean gain from fighting this guy over here when he's done nothing? He doesn't need, Sean don't need him.
ain't about the need. It's not about that. It's just the fact that somebody put it out there to you, and your competitiveness is not gonna let it stand. That's what makes you great. The fact that somebody say to you, "Hey, man, I can take you."
Shows a podcaster now. Shows a podcaster now. Wasn't Andre Ward offered like $30 million to come out, retire, and fight Canelo? Wasn't no, but wasn't Ward offered some money to come out retirement and fight Canelo? And you know he didn't take that money. Sometimes you just don't feel like you just don't have it no more, man. You just do not have it.
Troy, you know good and well they didn't offer no Andre Ward no $30 million.
But there was an offer. That's the point. There was an offer.
No, they never made an offer for no Canelo for Andre Ward.
Salute to my good brother Bruce Goes in the building, man. Hey,
for one, they not that stupid, bro. They not that stupid. You know what I mean?
What's stupid about that fight?
Hold on.
They're not putting Canelo in the ring with no Andre Ward, bro.
Hold on, y'all. Let me give a shout out to my good brother Bruce Goes, man. Hey,
man,
Bruce Goes.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
that's SOG, Troy.
Bruce Goes Boxing and Jazz channel, bro, on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel, man. Bruce take you back with all the throwback fights, man. He done been there and watched them and seen them. My good brother Bruce Goes, salute. Go ahead, brothers.
I sent you a link, brother. You got time, man. Hop on.
Nah, man. They wouldn't have called. They wouldn't have set up number Andre Ward. Andre Ward would have came back for that.
No, he wouldn't have. He's been up for what, 5-6 years now?
Hey, Troy,
yes, sir.
I disagree with you too, man. If Andre Ward would have got offered to fight Canelo, I think he would have came back and
he would have. For $30 million.
I don't think so. I don't think so because somebody asked him that question. Hold on, y'all. You know, somebody asked him that question, and he was like, "Look, if something's more important than money, or something like that." And he's with his family now, and I just don't. He don't feel it. He don't feel it.
Watch this. When Canelo fought Kovalev before the fight, they was talking to Andre Ward because he was there, and they was like, you know, what happens if Canelo wins tonight? Do you think he'll call you out? And Andre Ward said, they're not gonna call me out.
Yeah. Okay. And you can't tell me that you believe a guy that's been on the shelf for 6 years is gonna be the guy that's been consistent. He'll need like two tune-up fights. He'll need like two tune-up. No. Stop it, man. He'll need 2 tune-up fights at best.
For one, he ain't been gone 6 years, but he don't need but 1 tune-up fight, man. This SOG.
Nah.
This ain't just anybody.
Father Time is undefeated. I don't care if you call yourself Son of God or God Almighty. Father Time is undefeated.
Trust me, son.
Y'all see, Ryan Garcia got a fight coming, bro.
He left Eddie Renuso. He not with Canelo no more.
Ryan Garcia supposed to be signed the contract, supposed to be fighting, I think, April 9th, bro. And like AK say, he left Eddie Renuso, bro. And he went to Gooseman. He went to Gooseman. Hey, you think he got kicked out?
Let me tell you something. That dude is not a fighter. You talk about the fighting spirit. Ryan is not a fighter. He's not. I don't care where he goes. His true self will come out once it gets tight and dark, and then he got the true Ryan will come out.
Black Star, explain yourself, bro. You say he got kicked out.
That's the one thing that I have to give Canelo and Eddie Reynoso. They got together, looked at each other, and said, "Look, we got to get him the hell up out of here, man. Because he ain't trying." Canelo done already criticized him and talked about how he wasn't, serious about it and really wasn't putting in the work and really wasn't trying to really be great. And he called him out on it.
Thank you.
And he never responded in any type of way except doing the same thing over and over again, which he about to do again. He about to jump out this fight here now. I don't believe he's gonna fight that fight. Anything with somebody's name on a contract, he's running, but he on the track team. He needs to be over in the Olympics.
I ain't said this in a long time. Play devil's advocate for my man Ryan Garcia. Hey, shout out to I don't have to do it no more. Shout out to my good brother God Body News in the building, bro. What's good, man? Salute, good brother. Yeah. I don't have to do it no more, man.
Oh, well, you got you now because he out, man.
Hey. Yeah, man. But playing devil's advocate, bro, what I'm saying. Hey, yeah, Ryan Garcia say, hey, Them guys just mad that he wouldn't take the motherfucker the juice. You feel it? Yeah, Ryan.
You know what though?
Yeah, he's supposed to do for shit over there. He ain't on this.
Hey, you know.
So I mean, we saying that they gave Ryan the boot, but hey, Ryan might have left because Ryan did say like, hey, them guys on some different shit. I don't take shit.
Ryan is not a fighter, man. But the truth will come out. The truth is gonna come out in the ring. He's not a fighter.
So why Joe Goosen though? Why would you go to him? You know?
All people, bro.
He offered Joe Goosen some money and Joe took it. All right, come on.
No, I mean,
No. I did read it. He said he worked with Gooseman when he was an amateur. That's who he was. He was working with Gooseman when he was an amateur, bro.
You're still an amateur.
Yeah, he was a kid when he first started.
I mean, I know Gooseman is a decent trainer. I'm not dogging him, but I just feel like if you're going to step out from Eddie Reynoso and the glitz and glamour of having him as your trainer, you're going to find somebody that's a little bit more current. You know?
Nah. The Goosen's a great trainer. He's a champion maker. He's not an okay trainer. He's a champion maker.
I don't know about.
But you have to have the champion's heart and the champion's desire. And I don't feel that about Ryan at all. Ryan is a champion. He's not even a fighter. I'm telling you, when it gets tight in there and he's gonna lose, man. The only good thing about Ryan doesn't have again. How do I sound now? I sound any better? No? Okay.
You sound a little better.
Yeah, you know, don't he have a fine sister or you know, is it somebody else with a fine sister? Ryan Garcia.
Nah, you got that wrong, bro. You talking about the guy that scored Stevenson.
Who?
I can't remember his name. That was about 4 or 5 fights ago. That's when one Shakur was supposed to be messing with us. He was messing with his sister and Mexican guy. He wound up beating him up. That was probably about 5 fights ago.
I just got a simple. First of all, how do I sound? Because, like I said, my signal's been crazy the last couple of days.
You sound better now, Troy.
Okay, good. Yeah, because you know I'm starting to really fade out with boxing because look, the fight with Kambosos and Haney, that fight that should be the first thing made because that's the easiest fight to make. Whoever wins that becomes what? Undisputed, right? Boom. Then there's other stuff.
We said 2022. We said 2022. It should be a whole lot of unification going on. It's not, and they're not being met right now. They're not being met.
Right, and the stuff with like this. You know, who's the young boy you were just talking about? Ennis. Instead of trying to get Sean out of retirement, fight Ortiz. He's right there. Fight Ortiz. He's right there. Or fight somebody else that's in the welterweight. Fight the guy that Ortiz just beat, because he don't turn down no fights. Kavalaskis. That'll be a good fight.
Problem with that though, Troy.
Go ahead.
They're not gonna put Ortiz in the ring with Boots. They're not gonna do that.
Why?
Because Boots is a problem.
He was in the ring with Kavalaskis, who's the problem.
Let me know.
Listen,
Troy, you over there got it.
Listen. When they talk about Boots over there in the UK, all them UK guys say ain't none of their fighters going nowhere near that dude unless they have to. That's out there. They said that when Conor Ben knocked out Chris Algieri.
What does that have to do with Ortiz though?
They not. You see how they handling? Do you see how they handling Ryan Garcia? How he in witness protection? They're not putting Ortiz in the ring with that man. They're not. They got that man with bubble wrap around him, man. He's not fighting Boots.
I'm not gonna risk that.
He's not gonna risk that, bro.
At the same time, Boots ain't fighting nobody either. Who's Boots for?
He's calling out everybody from King Kong to what do you want him to do? He needs somebody to sign the paper.
Listen, man. Listen. It's different tiers. It's the A class, the B class, and then there's maybe the C class if you have to go that far. If you can't get the A, then I guarantee that you could get to B. You just offer them the same money you would offer the A, right? And you get some of the B's in there. You don't have to. No, I don't know anybody he's fought. I don't know anybody he's fought at all.
So you don't know who Lipinets or you don't know who Lipinets is, and you don't know who Thomas.
Who is that? That's the guy from 135. That's the guy that shined at 135 or 140 or something.
Big Dog said Boots is fighting Clayton on April card.
Yeah, he's
Clayton.
Clayton
who? Clayton who?
He's fighting on the undercard of Erickson Lubin.
Right, but you said Clayton, brother. Who's Clayton?
That's who he's fighting. The dude named Custodio, whatever. What did I say?
Yeah,
Custodio Clayton.
He's decent, man. He's not great, but he's decent. It's a nice fight.
Son out to Ronald Finkley.
Like, it'll be okay.
No, you can't say that these other dudes are being protected when Ennis ain't fighting nobody either. He's not fighting anybody, man. Because in all reality, he should be able to get the Cain Velasquez fight. I don't see why he can't get the Cain Velasquez fight.
Troy, let me say this, bro. Why you think that Virgil Ortiz is not getting fights that he should be getting too? Because I believe he should be getting more fights too, though. But he's not getting them, right?
Yeah, but he's fighting tough fights. He just fought Cain Velasquez.
Come on, man.
Who's Ortiz for?
Cain Velasquez, though. I mean, it's okay, but Cain Velasquez ain't no better than Cutfield Clayton to me.
Really? No. So how? Okay, well, if that was true, how come his people didn't sign Cain Velasquez to fight Boots yet?
I mean, let's be clear.
Seriously.
Let's be real, Troy. Let's be real. He gonna knock Cain Velasquez out in like the second round. What do you want?
You cannot say that until they're in the ring together.
That is a clear demolish. He's going to kill him.
Clayton is a better fighter than.
And what leads you to say that? Has he fought?
Have you seen him?
Of course I've seen him. I've seen his flaw too. He gets hit by too many right hands. I've seen him. He's a very intelligent guy. He's very calm in there, and he has a lot of skill. But he gets constantly hit by right hands.
Who?
In his boots. In his boots.
Hey man, listen. If they thought, I'm gonna tell you something. Let's be clear about something.
Boots has 28 fights. That should show you can get some good fights. They finally threw him in the rankings after the Olympics.
28 fights against who? Can you name 10% of them guys for me? Just give me 3 names.
Let's be clear about something, Troy. Let's be clear. If they thought he was fooled, they'd have been had him in the ring with them guys. Them other guys would have been sent them contracts if they thought he was fooled. If Ortiz thought that he could easily if they thought Ortiz could easily get a win over Boots, they'd have been tried to fight him.
Salute to Ronald Finkley.
No, but y'all keep saying is like a one-sided thing. What is Boots people doing to get him the fights? As I stated, is the A class, is the B class, then there's some tough C classes. He has 28 fights that nobody could name.
Okay, check this out. Sean Porter, when Sean Porter was available, Sean Porter said flat out, "I'm not fighting him." He said,
but he doesn't need him though. Why does he need Ennis Boots?
Again.
Why does he need him?
Again, he put it out there. When they asked Keith Thurman about Boots, who is that? I ain't going nowhere near him. Earl said you gotta get your weight up. Right now, Bud Crawford don't got a dance partner. He asked for Bud. Bud said no too. So obviously, he's not an easy guy to beat.
Nothing that you're saying is really helping your point, because what I'm saying is he has his own team. It don't matter what Thurman says. It don't matter what Porter. Just hear me out. It don't matter what Thurman says, Porter says, or Tom, Jack, or Harry. Ennis has his own team, and it's time for him to step up and fight fighters that we know. Everybody that he's fighting, nobody knows. Yes, we could see with our naked eye that he's very skillful, but skillful against no name, nondescript fighters, man. I want to see him fight somebody that I know will give him a fight. That's what I want to see.
So you saying that Ortiz win over Cain Velasquez is something, but if he beat Cusco Clayton, that's not on the same par?
Who is Clayton? I keep asking y'all that. Who is Clayton? Cain Velasquez is the first guy to drop Crawford and give him hell, and then Crawford came back and knocked him out. That says something. And he was undefeated when he did it. what's the name, was undefeated. Okay, he also gave Victor Ortiz. No, listen now. You asked me a question. He also gave Ortiz some hell before he was stopped. So that shows you right there that he's a workhorse. He doesn't always get to the finish line, but he's a workhorse, and that's why old boy should be fighting him.
Hold on.
As a young fighter, those are the fights you need.
Lipinets is a former world champion.
The man just said that he fought Boots. Bud fought him, but Bud won't fight Boots. He won't fight that guy, but he will fight that guy. You don't see a problem with that? He's a guy that.
What are you talking about now? What are you talking about?
Basically saying Crawford fought the mean machine, but he won't fight Boots.
Troy, you getting some feedback, bro.
Again with the feet? I don't know, man. It's just
two. Troy, what Black Star is saying is he fought the mean machine, Kyle Velasquez, but he won't fight Boots. And the reason why Boots not getting a lot of these fights is because he's a high risk, low reward.
We don't know if either one of these fighters are really high risk because we have.
Lipinets is better than everybody Ortiz fought. Lipinets is a former world champion.
Can I come in for a second? Sorry, I stepped out for a second. The reason why Boots isn't gonna get a fight with a big name is because two things. He's a high risk, high reward. Because beating Boots won't get you. Beating Boots won't give you anything. You know.
Nothing.
Beating Boots won't. He doesn't have a belt. He's not beating him. Is just. It would just be you. Can you beat Boots? He's not. He's really the up and comer, good for you kind of thing. But he's also a dangerous fighter because if he beats you, however close you are to a title shot, you're out of the mix. So nobody's going to put their guy in the fight with Boots because if you are top rank, if you are PBC and he's not your fighter, but he's a high risk, low reward, you avoid him as long as you can.
Facts. But here's one fighter that can use a Boots fight that can help him also career right now, and that's Keith Thurman. If Keith Thurman takes on Boots and beats Boots, that sends shockwaves through the boxing ranks, and that puts him up there to get that shot with Earl Spence, in my opinion.
The only thing is this: if he beats Boots, people can say, "Oh my God, you beat Boots." But at the same time, I think I don't know who said it, but the thing goes back to who has Boots beaten that by beating Boots it matters. And the thing is, Boots doesn't have a big resume that if you beat him, you just prove something. Because the thing is, if you beat Boots, the first argument is, well, maybe we overrated Boots because his only win was Lipinets, I think, or whatever. So I think the thing is,
Keith Thurman has the cachet. He has the record. You know, he was the man at 147. If he loses to a guy like that, that shouldn't destroy him or diminish him. You know, but at the same time, Boots is ranked number 1 in a couple sanctioned bodies now. Ain't Earl Spence is mandatory now at the IBF or whatever now. So if he beats a guy like
Ortiz
that,
I could be wrong. I think Ortiz is number 1 for. Well, I don't know. He has 2 belts.
How? You know that's my whole thing though. But these are the 2 guys that everybody's watching that's coming up in the boxing insider. I guess
he can fight Mario Barrios. He can fight Mario Barrios, but he can't fight Boots.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Mario Barrios. Who's Mario Barrios' manager? Who's he signed to?
I'm just saying, man. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you keep it in a house, you make more money than you would keeping it out of house.
Okay. Hey, one question. One side. Ronald Finger says Steven Espinosa is so time. I never see him talk about Boots like he used to talk, like he used to do AB.
Boots is with Chili Finkel. I mean, not Chili Finkel. He's with Cameron Duncan. So Espinosa is probably not going to talk about a fighter that's not aligned with him.
PGH Big Dog say a lot of black fighters are getting ducked and held on big fights. Boots, Haney, Shakur, Russell, Regis.
Knock it off.
Damn, Shane.
Knock it off, man. Knock that.
By the news say Boots will put Mo Hooker in the hospital by the 4th.
Well, tell him to fight him.
PJ says Thurman versus Boots. We need
Thurman. We would love that fight if Thurman take the Pepsi challenge.
Of course, the fans will love it, but you know why it's not gonna happen? Ain't no money in fighting him, and that's why Thurman came back. He came back for money, and he came back,
But you'll
I
fight
guess,
Method
supposedly to
Man.
win a belt,
But
right?
you'll fight Mario Barrio.
He got his money. Yeah, I mean, Mario is a tank just for a tank, so I guess they gives him some cachet. Boots don't have that. I'm sorry. Trust me, I want to see the kid shine too. I do. I like his style, but I'm sick of hearing about black fighters again. Look, you have to move a certain way. This is not new to boxing. You can't go out there and attack. Hold on. You can't go out there and attack the top dog your first time out. You have to have a plan. You say you start at this level, then you move up, and then you move up. You build yourself. You can't just say, okay, I'm here, I'm going after the top dog. You got to build yourself. 28 fights in, and y'all can't name me 10% of the people that he fought, which is a damn shame.
I mean, but that's how it is if you're a high risk, low reward. Wink, you right. I mean, there's several guys who have records and have fights where they didn't get a shot until they were almost 30 fights in because either they didn't sign with the quote unquote right promoter, or they could be avoided until they couldn't be avoided anymore. And Boots and Virgil Ortiz are not going to get title shots this year.
Where's the risk though? I mean, what's the risk with Ortiz? If you lose, you don't lose nothing. If you win, you don't win nothing. So what's the risk?
Well, the risk is that if you put Ortiz, and let's say we're talking welterweight division. I'm sorry. I meant Boots. Where's the risk? Boots. The risk with Boots is strong. He's powerful. He can hurt you. He's also young and he's hungry. We haven't
seen him hurt any top fighters, so you can't say that.
Jimenez is a former world champion for the 150th time.
Hello.
At 100 and what weight? At 100 and what weight? Not at 147.
Troy, what was your question? You had a question. You were kind of garbled. What was your question? Or your
signal was terrible. What's the risk fighting Boots? If you win, you don't gain anything. If you lose, you don't really lose anything. So what is the risk?
Because he's a dangerous fighter that you probably gonna lose to. That's why.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Troy. If you lose to Boots, whatever ranking you have, you are going to go down. You're not going to go up losing to him. And if you're trying to say, hey, I want to, and let's say, for example, let's say you're Al Heyman. You have Keith Thurman, you have Ugas, and you have Errol Spence. Your best bet is to keep anybody who is not your fighter away from fighting your fighter or away from getting a higher ranking. And if they say, well, look, Boots fights, I don't know, some guy that moves his ranking up, the problem you have is at some point you can't avoid him because he'll become that mandatory, and now you got to make the fight. And now you have a guy who's in his early 20s, hitting into his physical prime, and all your guys are getting older. I mean, if you look at it, the youngest person that PBC has at 147 is Spence, and Spence is 31. So you have to think about it and kind of say, well, look, do we really want to put him in the ring with the guy that is coming up, is hungry, ready to go? Because the thing is, if you lose your belt to an outside organization, now you're on the outside looking in. So you're gonna try to lose.
You all right?
I'm going down some steps. You're not going up.
All right, y'all, man. It's past my bedtime, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for coming out, good brother.
I got that long ride tonight, boss. So I get at y'all.
We appreciate you for coming out with us, brother. Chopping it up.
All right, homie. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. What did he say? Ronald Finger say Boots.
Boots is number one. Yeah, I think he's number one for WBC. I think he's number 3 for IBF. But IBF is known for not having a number 1 or number 2 fighter. They do that. They do that on occasion.
God Body News said Boots actually fight Orioles and him. Oh, it ends him. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that one too. I agree with you on that one. I don't know what's wrong with Black Star. Like it's internet or something.
Probably the same thing I was having, man. My stuff was messing up weird.
It's the same thing with me. My signal's been terrible the last couple of shows I did, and everybody else's show I've been on has been off and on. How do I sound now?
Yeah, you sound good. Cool.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask you about that board you use. Do you have a whole board, or is it just a mic? You know, you have the whole board set up?
Yeah, I got a board. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna purchase one next month, man, and teach myself how to use it. You know, maybe that'll help. I mean, it comes with a mic and the whole board, like how you got and everything, right? And the mic is on a tripod.
Yeah. I got a different mic. I want to get a different mic. We'll chop it up. Hell yeah. So I'll tell you how to what all I got. Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah.
So Boots fighting on Showtime has nothing to do with who he'll fight. Fighting on Showtime doesn't mean you're signed to him.
Okay, they got my good brother Black Star in the building now. There you go. What you say, Brandon? You say him fighting on Showtime is what?
Well, he said Boots fights on Showtime, though. Fighting on Showtime has nothing to do with it. You know, there's guys who fight on PBC cards on Fox and Showtime who weren't signed to either one of them. They're just, you know, they have an open slot. They're on the slot, and that's it.
Shout out to my good brother Mike 202 in the building. I ain't seen and heard from my brother in a minute, man. Salute to my good brother. He say Ortiz got the protection. Plus, he won't fight English.
Oh, I'm so sick of hearing that. These fights, Ennis's record doesn't help his point. So you can't say that. At least you could say that Ortiz fought Kavalaskis, who was a tough fighter. Like I said, the man has 28 fights, and y'all can't name 10 or 20% of the people that he's fought. At least we can name one dude that's tough that Ortiz has fought. I'm not. At least he's actually willing to take a chance. I don't think it's him. I think it's his people that's holding him back because he actually wants to fight. He wants these fights, so let him fight him.
Who you know? Ennis wants to fight.
Okay.
All these young dudes want to fight, man. All these young dudes want to fight. So, but the thing is, you can't shoot for the top dog when you step. You have to start at like a mid range and build yourself up. Mike Tyson didn't become Mike Tyson overnight. He had to steadily build himself up, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's fighting the top dog, and then he stayed the top dog. He didn't come in the top dog.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing you gotta look at. If nobody will fight Boots can't get the top dog.
It's about 50 people at 147. Somebody gonna fight him. I'm tired of hearing. Fight him.
Like if nobody
like who? Listen, there's a bunch of undefeated fighters at 147.
Well, here's the people who aren't gonna fight him. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He's not getting Conor Benn. He's not gonna get a Broner. He's not gonna get he's not getting Broner. No, he's not getting Broner. He's not getting a Garcia. He's not getting the Ortiz. He's not going to get a Ugas, a Thurman, an Abel Ramos, a Jamal James. He's not going to get any of those guys that are kind of have a name and a quality to them. He's not going to get
the guys under them. What you do? This is why you have matchmakers. You say, okay, find me a guy that's undefeated that has a buzz to his name right now that boxing fans would know, and then boom, you put him in there with him. He beats him. Okay. His buzz grows a little bit, and you keep doing that. That's why you have matchmakers, man.
But you don't do it. But here's the thing: you only throw away so much money until you say, you know what? It's no.
How is that throwing away money? That's called building your career.
Because here's the thing. No, Troy. Answer your question. Here's what you look at, right? If you say you got to pay a guy a couple of $100,000 to get in the ring with Boots, because none of the bigger guys up there where a network would pay for will fight him. So everything you're gonna have to do is gonna have to come out of your pocket. Because of no big name promoter.
Nobody that he's gonna fight, he's gonna offer them $100,000 because nobody knows who the hell they are. First of all, you come to a happy medium with the price, and then you accept it. If you go in saying that I'll give you, come on, man. Nobody that he's gonna fight right now is gonna. He doesn't pay them $100,000.
No, Troy. No, that's the premium for fighting a guy with a record like that. You don't fight a guy for a record like that.
Listen to me. There's a bunch of welterweights out there with that are 18-0. So you're just gonna give them $100,000 to fight you, and nobody knows who the hell they are?
If they here's the thing, you don't give 18-0 to a guy. You don't fight a guy who's 18-0 and who doesn't matter. The only guy who's 18-0 that matters is a Virgil Ortiz. Anybody else with 18-0 record? I guess Costio Clayton.
And that's where you're incorrect. That's where you're incorrect.
Who else? Who else?
Listen. Hold on now.
Troy, no,
he already has the buzz already. I'm gonna tell you. He already has the buzz. All he has to do now is build on that buzz. You put him in there and say, okay, he's fighting so-and-so who's 20-0. Then he beats him. You put him in there again, he's fighting this cat that's 25-0. You're building a buzz, and then people say,
Troy,
well, he fought so-and-so, he's 25-0, and you do that for 3 fights.
But Troy, who?
Go ahead, Brandon.
But I'm asking you, who though? You're saying numbers, but who could he fight? That's the only question I'm asking.
I didn't hear what you said. My signal was going bad.
My question is you say he should fight
Brandon,
this guy who's 18-0. I'm asking you, who though?
Brandon, listen. The fan sitting here on this panel right now. I just went through all the rankings and seen from IBF, WBO, WBC, all of that. Seeing all these undefeated young guys at welterweight. You have a matchmaker.
Okay, but Troy,
you have him choose who you fight next.
But Troy,
he matches you.
But Troy, here's the 2 things you're not taking into account. One, you got to find out who the guy's going to be, because just finding a guy with an undefeated record might not help you. And 2, you have to also assume that guy with the undefeated record, that his people are willing to risk their undefeated record to fight a Boots. Because more than likely, if they're 15-0, 18-0, they're probably not ranked as high as Boots. And they got to think, is it worth me possibly taking this L on a fighter that I'm building just so Boots can move his ranking up?
Well, again, Brandon, that's why you have a matchmaker.
But a matchmaker
you don't deal with the people.
That.
Good Lord have mercy. Hear me out.
Troy,
listen to me. Hear me out.
Troy,
listen to me, please, because it's very simple. You don't fight the guys that. Okay,
you're talking from a fan
no, I want you to hear me out. I'm talking. I just want you. I'm talking from a common sense point of view. You don't fight the guys that won't fight you. You fight the guys that are willing to fight you, and then that's how you build. And you fight them. You make a list. Say you make a list of 12 fighters, you and your matchmaker, and you go down that list. You will find 3 fighters out of the 12, and you say, okay, this guy's in November. This guy, if you beat him, and this is how much we're gonna pay him. It's not always about what can't be done. I'm sick of these dead ass conversations. You know what? I shouldn't even be in boxing no more, which is why I'm glad I don't talk boxing on my page. I give it to Mason Key because I'm sick of it. Everything is I can't. Black this, I can't. Come on, man. I'm sick of hearing that.
All right. What did this?
Well, then, Troy, here's the thing, Troy. If that's the case, then you got to say, look.
Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, I was telling Troy to take a chill pill. Go ahead, bro. All right, here we go.
Black Star.
One of some of these comments.
Hey, where did you dredge that,
the
Black
reason
Star?
why Virgil Ortiz left Robert Garcia because comments about Robert Garcia making him out to be a ducker, so it might be possible to get the Ennis fight. Make it impossible to make the Ennis fight. God Body News says Boots can't even get sparring partners. I know that's right.
Oh, God.
God Body News says Troy making it seem like he think Virgil will win against Boots. Is that true? Do you think
I'm going to answer that
Boots?
for you. I'm going to answer that question. I don't know until they get in the ring. What I said is that it's a good fight to make. That's what I said. I never said who would win. I simply said it's a good fight to make, and it should be a doable fight to make at some point down the road. Not right now, because I understand the business. Neither one of their people are going to put either one of these fighters in right now, but it's a good fight to make. There's no reason why we constantly hear for years now, umpteen years, can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. Why can't you get it done? Years before I was even born, boxing was boxing, and you got stuff done. So why can't you get it done in this era of boxing? Why is there so many reasons? Why is there so many people saying you can't do something, and then they sit back and they complain about it, and they accept the nonsense that boxing is giving them? Why do you accept the nonsense? Why? It can get done. It can get done. It's not rocket science.
Troy, I think the thing that you're saying that can it get done? Yes. I mean, in the 50s and 60s,
there's no reason why it can't get done.
No, but there are reasons. But the thing is, there are reasons why some things can't get done. There are a lot of reasons why things can't get done. I mean, there's things that never happen in boxing and other sports and other things. Even though we say, well, this can happen. It doesn't happen. In a perfect world, boxers would say, look, we have one promoter, that promoter and that manager, and everybody does everything that they want to make sure the fans get what they want, and everybody's happy. It doesn't work that way. If there's $1 million and you say right now, look, for me to fight, you got to give me $800,000, and I say for me to fight, you got to give me $800,000, and all Basement has is $1 million, something's not going to happen because all he has is $1 million to spend, and we both want $800,000.
And you take your damn $1 million back, and you go find someone that'll fight under your terms.
Yeah, and you can go do that. And the thing is, me and you are sitting there saying, well, if I get $800,000, I'll fight. We may never fight then because nobody may never give us the money. So that fight that people want between me and you, it doesn't happen. Because you're not going to give up money. I'm not going to give up money.
Y'all see y'all see what Ronald Fickley said? He said, I guess Duncan offered Boots $600,000 last year, and Robert Garcia said it was high risk.
Why the hell would someone offer him $600,000 right now to fight who? To fight who? Who's he fighting for $600,000?
Who y'all say? Who was Man, Troy, you come in, you fucked the conversation up so fucked up.
No, but I'm saying, who's he gonna fight for $600,000 at this point in his career?
He'll get Rashidi Ellis for $600K. He can get Rashidi Ellis. Ellis will take that fight, and Ellis is a free agent now. He's bought himself out of his contract with Golden Boy, and Ellis needs to fight. He hasn't fought in over a year. He needs to fight. That would be the best fight that they can make for that kind of budget.
I guess with me, man. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm watching.
Godbody.
I'm just used to
you. He dropped names.
What is my signal messing up again?
1-4. It was.
No, you come in loud and clear. You loud and clear now. Yeah, man. I'm having a little technical difficulties, but it's like we got a little normalcy now, man. But yeah, man, cool. I'm excited to see Boots get in there and fight somebody and make a move up. Him, Virgil Ortiz too, man. I'm excited about that guy too. And that time is coming. Stanley Onis is another guy that's out there. Why they won't put him in there with that guy? You know, that guy should be getting a fight like that before they even talk about putting him in there with some daggone Earl Spence or somebody like that. He ain't worthy to make that type of jump yet. But fighting guys like that would clear that up. You know, we got the young guns coming up. Let them battle out to find out who's the number one guy, and then that guy get tore up because after this fight with Ugas, it's going to be Bud Crawford's turn. I mean, Earl done already said it. He said it again this week, you know. Matter of fact, I think they said, what did they say? He sent out a front row ticket to Terrence Crawford to let him know to come to the fight. So that you after this fight, so you know what's going to happen after that. He calling your name. You next. Undisputed. He said it back in 2018. If Earl don't do nothing else, then everything Earl said up to now has been a lie. And that's not how I know Earl had to be. So if that's the case, you can rely on that, then you should expect that to be happening. And he's doing everything just like according to his plan from 2018 when they was eye to eye, face to face, pimp to pimp. He said this is where it was going to go, right? Here's where it's rolling. So now after that, he undisputed. Now, okay, who next? There's got to be these young bucks or whoever else came up. Who's the next guy up? That's what they should be fighting for now.
Troy, Ronald Fickley corrected himself. He said they offer Virgil Ortiz $600,000.
That makes sense. But to fight who? Who's he fighting?
Offered to fight Boots. He said no.
Okay. But yeah, I understand that for right now.
And
Like
they
I
on
said, down
same
the
level.
road, that's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good fight down the road. But listen, boxing has always worked like that. You got two of these young top guys coming up. You don't have a fight right now. You build them, get a buzz going. There's no buzz right now. You get a buzz
That's why
going.
he
Now,
left.
Troy,
That's why Ortiz left Robert Garcia's gym.
Now,
Go
Troy
ahead,
was
go ahead.
saying all this time about how fighters didn't have to take the fight and all that. You get here with Ronald Finkley said that 600,000 was offered to Virgil Ortiz. Two guys on the same level.
He said
Why he don't take
100,000,
that
right?
fight?
He
Why
said
he don't take that
100,000. Why?
Why you don't
Listen,
take that
you
fight?
asking the wrong person. I don't know why they didn't take the fight or not. I don't know why they didn't take the fight. Me personally, I would have took the fight. I mean, honestly,
Okay.
let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. If I was his manager, I would tell my fighter, no, we're not taking the fight right now. Because if he's offering 600,000 now, what do you think he's going to offer like in a year or two when we had a much higher status? To be very honest with you,
Yeah, but
that's
think
what I
about
would have
this.
done.
I mean,
But at the
when
same time, now I would have showed up to all his fights and kept the fight, and just kept a buzz about the fight, and build, and build anticipation for the fight, knowing good and well I'm not gonna fight him for a year, right?
And I took it with a rematch clause because they got time to kill because they already know the big fish and already
No, but
laid out
that's
the game plan.
no, but that's always been the business of boxing, man. You build up your young fighters first, and you put them in there with another young fighter,
Yeah, this
and
is how
may the
build
best
them.
man win.
If you're sure your fighter can win, you put him in there.
You build them first, because really,
Huh?
really,
If my fighter
Black
can
Star,
win, it's going,
Black
it's
Star.
built.
If you look at it really, Ortiz is the most valuable guy right now because he has at least a name on his record that we could recognize. Ortiz don't have that. He has skill,
Who is
yes, but
Lipinets?
skill against
Who is
Salute to my
Lipinets?
good brother G5
Who is-
in the building, brother.
who's Lipinets?
5 in the building. Salute, good brother.
Lipinets is better than anybody that Virgil Ortiz is.
Who is Lipinets, brother? Who is he?
He's better than anybody that Virgil
No,
Ortiz
tell me
is.
who he is, please. I don't know who he is.
I just told you, he's better. Bottom line.
Who is he? What's his full name? Do you know his full name?
Better. His name
What's it-
is better.
You don't even know You don't even know his full name.
You don't know. He's better. He's better. Than
Okay, so that's
anybody
the cat that
claim
moved up from,
Virgil
like,
Ortiz
135?
What are you talking about, man? That's just what it is. Better.
Lipinets
He's
is
a
the dude that
better
moved up from 135 or 140. Is that what you talking about?
What we talking about, man?
Who is Lipinets, man?
Nobody that's been worthy. You talking about
Who
Kavalauskas
is
like that
okay?
was- like he was some
There you
world
are.
champion or
I
something.
can't.
He ain't never had the gardening belt.
Listen, man. I want to see these fights made too, but it's just that I'm an honest guy,
Well, then you
and
should
I'm
be
objective.
agreeing with me then. He should
I'm
take
not
that
gonna agree with you. You
$600,000
can't
to
even
make
name the fighter you talking about. You can't tell me nothing about the fight you talking
$600,000
about.
on the table, man. You talk about
Who
making
is
fights. This is how you
Lipinets,
make
brother?
fights. Somebody make an offer, $600,000. You take the fight. That's how the fight get made. Not finding excuses to get out of it.
No,
You can't say
I
on
already
one hand you want to see the fight
I
and
already
then turn
explained it
around
to
and say,
you.
well, I wouldn't do this because
I
that
already-
don't work. You want the
I
fight,
already
you want the
explained
guys
it
to
to you,
fight.
bro.
That's how you make it happen.
Listen,
That's it.
listen. The facts are the facts in the sport. If they offered him 600,000 now, what you do is you tell him now,
And, see,
and you keep fighting for a year or so, and you keep popping up at his fights and stuff and running your mouth through him. Then a year later, boom, when the buzz is, you got a buzz, then you fight him, and that 600,000 could be 2 million now. You know what I'm saying? That's how they thinking.
the opposite
That's
word
how
is
they
could.
thinking.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah,
If
coulda,
you sitting
shoulda.
around
Who is
waiting for
Lipinets
your
now?
opportunity to happen, you got to be proactive to make your championship happen. If you want to be the champ, you got to go out there and knock down the trees you got to knock down in order to get there to where you're trying to go. And turning down opportunities like that ain't gonna get you there. But if you take the boost fight for that 600,000 and you beat them, guess who's in the driver's seat right now? Right now, when they talk about the young guy, who's the next young guy? It's you, no doubt about it. Why? Because you beat that guy already, right?
Godbody News says silver medal Olympian, Sergio Olympian. Give me your thoughts on Danny Jacobs, the Danny Jacobs fight tonight.
Has he lost yet?
Nah, it ain't on yet. Keep looking over at the screen. It ain't on yet.
I got a feeling he didn't do that, man. I just don't know.
I think it's about time he moved up to 175 because he walks around at like 190 or something, man. It's about time he moved up. But listen, just to let you know, Lipinets was a former kickboxer, right? A professional boxer and former kickboxer, and he held the IBF welterweight title from 17 to 18, IBF light welterweight title. So that's what you're talking about? That's his biggest win, is Lipinets? The guy from 140, like I kept saying?
What has Cavaliers done anywhere? You still ain't gonna be able to tell me that. You ain't even gonna address that because you ain't got nothing.
He dropped Crawford and gave him hell. He dropped Crawford and something
God.
that no PBC fighter has been able to do.
He only fought one, Sean Porter.
I tell you what,
He only fought one, Sean Porter.
No, you have to make a correction. Only one of them fought him. Because he.
Mr. Finkley say, if Virgil Ortiz doesn't take a fight meaningful soon, he's going to turn into a
Jaime Munguia. Yes, indeed. That's facts. That is facts.
I mean, for all that, why does Nicolo Boya retirement? Madonna, Medina, Madonna, whatever his name is. Why don't you call him out retirement?
Good brother, G5 in the building. What's good, bro?
Salute G5, man. What it do? There he is.
What's going on, good brothers? What's happening?
What's good?
All right.
Same old thing. Weekend, cooking on these lives, and on this daddy duty. I just tapped it. I was just in the chat for a second.
Oh, that Converse fighting today.
That fight today?
Nah, that's too quick. Body.
Hold on. For real? Man.
Oh yeah, no time work, bro. I appreciate you coming through, bro. No problem.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, G5, tell us what you think about some of the fights coming up, bro. We say you ain't been on here, so let's see. What you think of Shakur Ortiz? Valdez, they finally signed a contract. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's about time, you finally cycled off them pads, They knew they couldn't have Valdez popping dirty back-to-back fights, It ain't good look on their behalf. Hold on. There we go. It's not a good look on them or the whole camp that he popped dirty. Now we know he denied or delayed signing that contract because they had to make sure that man was cycled off. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be some smoke in the city if that man popped dirty for another fight. And it's a unification fight. So, I mean, I'm glad the fight got signed. It don't matter if he on pairs or not, he's still finna get his ass whooped. Point blank period. He don't have enough tools in the drawer to fool with Shakur. Not fast enough. It can be competitive, it will, as long as it can be, but then Shakur gonna separate itself. That's just how I see it.
Right. That's cool. What else?
That's it. I ain't too high on Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? How he moves. So it is what it is. So I just be real brief on that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get thrashed, but either way it go. Point blank period.
What's your thoughts on Sean Porter giving his praises, and then coming back talking about he overrated.
My bad. I look at it as just Sean Porter is a commentator now, so you can expect him to start moving and doing shit like Tim Bradley now. You feel me? Because he's not a fighter no more. Now he can look at it and be subjective and start cooning if he chooses to. You already said that this man was ready for the top, but then you turn around and say basically like he ain't fought nobody, he overrated. Overrated is a term you use for people who are being put on a pedestal but not showing that they can live up to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't call somebody that got the goods and proving they got the goods, even if they haven't been there with the champions yet. You cannot knock or debunk their skills. Now, will they be able to do that against a champion or somebody of a higher caliber? That's yet to be seen. But you can't X them out and say that they don't have it or they overrated. The man ain't overrated. He just ain't had his shot yet. You know what I'm saying? And if he was overrated, why people not beat down his door to get that fight? You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. If they really wanted that smoke with boots, a lot of people be knocking on their door. But let me go ahead and knock off this overrated fighter then. You know what I'm saying? So Sean Porter, don't, like I say, don't be surprised if he get a job out from ESPN. Tell him, because they know he can be mindful. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that can be mindful or be tainted or stimulated by the dollar, then they all for it, because that means he's a perfect candidate for a agenda pusher. You know what I'm saying? So if he feel that way, fight Bruce then. Come out of retirement, get in your best shape you can get, and go fight the young bull. You already said you didn't want that smoke and you weren't gonna fight him. Then you say, like I said, you said he was ready. Now he not ready. I ain't nobody buying that. It's just like don't say it. You better off not saying shit. You ask me. But that's just how I feel about that, bro.
We got our fingers crossed still, man. On the Charlo get the Canelo fight, man. We still got our fingers crossed. What you think about that?
I'm gonna.
Say what? It froze up on it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. G5. Yeah. We still here. We cooking, man. We've been cooking. I appreciate everybody who came, supported me in the building. Any comments, anything y'all want to talk about, any topic y'all want, man, feel free. Come on through, bro. What do y'all guys think? Oh yeah, we got Gary Antoine Russell. We got that guy fighting. We got that guy fighting, I think, on the 26th of this month. What you guys think about that? We got Gary Antoine Russell fighting. What y'all guys think about that? April gonna be a big month for boxing. Yeah, April gonna be a big month for boxing. We got the Ryan Garcia. We got Earl Spence Jr. Hopefully they both. I think Corey Stevenson. supposed to be on the 30th of April. So yeah, we got some fights coming. We got some fights coming. March, we got Charlo versus Dono. We got David Benavidez coming up. Some fights coming through. Man, hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. I should be having some more followers, bro. Tell your peoples, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. It's your boy Basement, man. Talk boxing, bro. Get down and dirty. I might have some more interviews coming for y'all guys soon. Got a few young professional fighters, young amateur fighters that we're gonna bring onto the show. And we gotta welcome them open arms. Yeah, we might be still going live when the fight. Come on, man. We do play by play, round by round. People in the chat still here. We still chopping it up. Man, who all in the chat, man, want to see the Kevin Haney and Convulsive fight? Man, they bullshit, bro. They bullshit. That fight should be happening, man. That fight should be happening. Yeah. We didn't talk about everything. Trying to think a few other things to discuss, man. But we can do do y'all guys want to see Floyd? Do we really want to see Floyd and Oscar? I think boxing is going too far. But out of all of them, that would be one of the best ones to have. This is like the 6th round, I think of the might be fight before the fight. So what's next, man? Do y'all what you think? Do you think it should be Keith Thurman's next move? I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. I think Keith Thurman might get the Terrence Crawford fight. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Terrence Crawford and Keith Thurman, they're gonna wind up coming together and fighting. And then hopefully we get Earl Spence and Crawford come the end of this year, the end of 23. Ron say, I wonder if Wilder would fight on the expedition. Wilder would watch Wilson. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I want to big up shout out to Deontay Wilder. I want before he go out and do that, I would like Deontay Wilder to come back and ring and have one last fight, man, to go out with a victory. And he can go out and do all the best conditions, all that he wants. Right. Yeah, I believe you. So you guys ready for the Super Bowl? We got the Super Bowl tomorrow. Are you guys been watching the Jacob fight? Are you interested in the Jacob fight? I'm not interested. Last time Jacob fought, he ain't look too good. Last few times, he ain't look too good. Yeah. It's cool, man. It's your boy Basement, man. I thank everybody for coming through, man. It's the Finkley for coming through. God Body News for coming through, man. G5 for coming through. Mike 202. PJ's Big Dog. Bruce Gold. Mr. Scott. Mr. Shell. Troy Graham, Brandon Connie. There go Brandon right there.
There.
Yo. Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, it's like everybody else left, huh?
Yeah, I think people. I think it's bad.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I had to hop off for a second, man. I got just doing a lot of stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me a call, man, when you get a chance. Huh?
I said, yeah, you already know.
Yeah, I wanted to talk. I think there was something I wanted to run past you and get a couple of other things just chat about real quick.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah. Well, I guess the show's over, so I missed the rest of it.
No, I'm about to end it right now.
Oh, okay. I'll stand by while you end it there.
All right.
I made it to the end of it somehow.
Yeah. Like I said, I was congratulating everybody who came out, and I was just at your name when you came out. Subscribe to my good brother Black Star Sports TV to his channel too. And appreciate everybody for coming out, man. We're gonna be here next weekend, man. I'll be on time next week. We can talk this boxing, man. Hopefully we got some good news, man. Fingers crossed, Charlo and Canelo. We'll come up with a deal. Hopefully something else big in boxing happen. It's your boy Basement, man. We're gonna end this show. Appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification button. So anytime we go live, you'll know. It's your boy Basement. Appreciate you for coming out. Peace.